بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وأفضل الصلاة وتم التسليم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. The Imam rahimahullah ta'ala now enters into the actual uncles of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as well as the aunt of the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as an introductory text, looking at those who the Imams rahimahullah ta'ala can care from the uncles and aunts of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, i.e. from the sons and the daughters of Abdul Muttalib, who it's agreed upon actually became Muslim. So the Imam rahimahullah ta'ala, he says, Hamzatu ammuhu wa Abbasun kada, ammatuhu Safiyatun dhatu ihtadha. Okay, those of the uncles of the Prophet ﷺ who becomes Muslim by ittifaq is saying Hamza ibn Abdul Muttalib, one of the Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He called Sayyid al-Shuhada, he called the master of all those who were martyred, and likewise he called Asadullah, but some called him the lion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he becomes Muslim in the 5th year after prophecy, radiallahu anhu, upon the dominant opinion, and he's the 39th, and he believe a 39th person to convert unto the religion, radiallahu ta'ala anhu warda. And Imam of religion, the supreme warrior in battle, radiallahu ta'ala anhu wardahu, the Imam of Badr, radiallahu anhu warda, with Sayyidina Hamza radiallahu anhu warda, himself killing close to half of the number of the disbelievers that were killed at Badr, radiallahu anhu warda, and killing over half of the disbelievers that were killed at Uhud, and radiallahu anhu warda. And of the opinion, he's also the first standard bearer, the first one the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam appoints as a general in war, Sayyidina Hamza ibn Abdul Muttalib rahimahullah ta'ala, and he martyred at the hands of Wahshi ibn al-Harb at the Battle of Uhud, and radiallahu ta'ala anhu wardaha, and thereby buried inside of, mashallah ta'ala, inside of the same grave as his nephew Abdullah ibn Jahash rahimahullah ta'ala, upon an opinion the Prophet ﷺ praised 70 takbirat over Sayyidina Hamza radiallahu ta'ala anhu warda, after his death, extremely beloved to the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Not only is he the uncle of the Prophet ﷺ, and that he's the younger brother of the Prophet ﷺ's father, but he's also the brother of the Prophet ﷺ in milk, radiallahu ta'ala anhu warda, having the same wetness, bil-ittifaq, by consensus, in Sayyidina Thuwayba al-Islamiyya, and also on a weaker opinion, having another wetness, who was the primary wetness of Sayyidina Hamza from Banu Sa'ad, that his primary wetness also milked the Prophet ﷺ, that being a weaker opinion. But likewise also, the mother of Sayyidina Hamza is, on the strongest opinion, the cousin of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam's mother, Amina bin Wahab, with the mother of Sayyidina Hamza bin Hala bint Wahib. Okay, although there is a weaker opinion that Sayyidina Hamza's mother Hala and the Prophet's mother Amina are actual sisters. They're actual sisters. That's another opinion. Radullah and Sayyidina Hamza. Then the second of them he makes mention wa Abbasun kada, and likewise Sayyidina Abbas ibn Abdul Muttalib, and a similar age to Sayyidina Hamza radiallahu anhu warda, and their names, both of their names, are names of lions, and Hamza is a lion and Abbas is a lion, and both of them fearsome radiallahu ta'ala anhum wardahum, by ittifaq, by consensus, both of them, and he enters in the fold of Islam and died as Muslims, mashallah tabarakallah. And he said Abbas radiallahu anhu warda opinions that he converts inside of Mecca, then al-Mukarramah, but then hides his faith. Opinions that he converts at Badr, he's a captive at Badr. So Hamza radiallahu anhu warda, and he was captured by an Ansari in the tradition of the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, with the help of an angel from the 4th sky, from the 4th heaven, who descended and captured Sayyidina Abbas ibn Abdul Muttalib at the day of Badr, forced to go out to war by Abu Jahl. Sayyidina Abbas radiallahu anhu warda, opinion he converts after Badr radiallahu anhu wardahu, under the opinion that Sayyidina, which is the strongest, that he converts at least openly at Khaybar, at the siege of Khaybar, which is the 7th year, and radiallahu ta'ala anhu warda, after the hijrah of the Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. The Prophet praised and loved Abbas daily, praised him for his generosity, the most generous of all people towards his family. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam made mention of him. He was a Sayyid amongst amongst Quraysh. He was in charge of the entire sanctuary, of maintaining the actual Kaaba in and of itself, and likewise also in charge of one of the wells, which included Zamzam radiallahu anhu warda, during the season of Hajj and outside of the season of Hajj radiallahu ta'ala anhu warda. And it's because of Sayyidina Abbas that the Kaaba was first clothed, the kiswa. Because Sayyidina Abbas radiallahu anhu wardahu, and when he was a young boy, he vanished. They lost him as a young boy, and so his mother, whose name was Nutayla ibn Jinab, that she made an oath to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that if what Abbas was found, that she would dress the Kaaba in fine silk. And hakadha it came to pass. Allah anhu warda them, and Sayyidina Abbas was thereby found, discovered that his mother fulfilled her oath, Nutayla, and thereby the Kaaba, the first woman now to clothe the Kaaba, Sayyidina Nutayla bin Jinab, the mother of Sayyidina Abbas, radiallahu ta'ala anhu, wadahu, in fine and striped, mashallah ta'ala, silk. And likewise came to pass even in the passing of Sayyidina Abbas, rahimahullah ta'ala, that he was shrouded in a Yemeni cloth, in Yemeni striped cloths that we often see is used as scarves. Sayyidina Abbas was clothed in that, and that was part of his wasiyah. That's going to be a shroud, not like a traditional white shroud, but a coloured shroud, striped. When asked why, he said because the Prophet was also. Okay, that's in the tradition of Sayyidina Abbas, and that's what he put inside of his will, radiallahu anhu, and remember Sayyidina Abbas is of those who's present, and he's the only two people who are beyond the curtain when the Prophet passes away, and he's being washed by Sayyidina Ali, radiallahu anhu, wardahu, although Sayyidina Shakran and Sayyidina Osama are present, but both are blindfolded behind a curtain, and they're passing water to Sayyidina Ali, radiallahu anhu, wardah, and Sayyidina Abbas is present with Sayyidina Ali, radiallahu anhu, wardah, not looking at the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam inside the tradition. The beloved uncle of the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam held in great respect, and by all those, they said never would Sayyidina Umar ibn Khattab or Sayyidina Uthman ibn Affan, whilst mounted, see Abbas, save that they would alight their beasts out of respect for Sayyidina Abbas radiallahu anhu warad, the means for rain through tawassul in the age of Sayyidina Umar ibn Khattab, that we now, oh Allah, we used to seek rain through the intermediary of your Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and now we seek rain, Ya Allah, through the intermediary of the uncle of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the one who led the delegation of Umar ibn Khattab in his khilafat, the caliph himself, Sayyidina Abbas radiallahu anhu warda, to receive the keys of Jerusalem after the liberation and the opening of Jerusalem. The one who leads the delegation from Medina to Munawwara is Sayyidina Abbas ibn Abdul Muttalib. Of the aunts of the Rasul, the only aunt by ittifaq, by consensus, and the Imams rahimahullah ta'ala say entered into the fold of Islam, was Sayyidina Safiya radiallahu ta'ala anha warda, Safiya bint Abdul Muttalib, the aunt of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the third mention, ammatuhu Safiyatun dhat ihtida, and so Sayyidina Safiya radiallahu anha wardaha, she is the full sister of Sayyidina Hamza ibn Abdul Muttalib, both of them sharing the same father, who's Abdul Muttalib ibn Hashim, and likewise also the same mother, and who's Hala bint Wahib, the first cousin of the mother of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Initially, Sayyidina Safiya is married to the actual brother of Abu Sufyan ibn al-Harb ibn Umayyah, but thereby she later marries the brother of Sayyidina Khadija radiallahu ta'ala anha wardaha, whose name is Awam, and Awam ibn Khuwaylid. And from that union will come forth the great Zubair ibn Awam radiallahu ta'ala anhu wardah, of the 10 Imams who guaranteed paradise, and likewise of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he considered him to be from the disciples. Every prophet has disciples, Hawariyun, and from my Hawariyun, from my disciples, is Zubair ibn Awam, and radiallahu ta'ala anhu wardah. And the Sayyidina Safiya radiallahu anha wardaha, she's a warrior, and warrior in nature radiallahu anha wardaha. She's the first woman to kill a disbeliever radiallahu anha wardaha, and that was at the fortress of Sayyidina Hassan ibn Thabit radiallahu ta'ala anha wardaha, and extremely beloved to the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And into tradition of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when she approaches the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Jews tadkhulu jannah, do all people enter paradise? And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says no, Then she begins to cry, and then the Prophet ﷺ informs her that she will not enter paradise. She will not enter paradise as it was an old woman. And then the Prophet recites, "Inna ansha'nahunna suratul waqi'ah, ja'alnahunna bakara uruban atraba." Okay, and atraba, even age, i.e. the age of the son of Mary alayhi salam. Okay, and so the point is, she's mubashara. Prophet is giving her glad tidings that she's going to paradise, radiallahu ta'ala anha, wardaha, Sayyidah Safiya radiallahu anha, wardaha, and she passes at 73 years of age, yani radiallahu ta'ala anha wa ardaha. Wa sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam.